You ever notice how in most isekai, the protagonist just doesn't learn? Like, bro dies tragically, gets reincarnated, swears he'll live a better life, and 5 minutes later, he's already building a harem, hoarding XP, and forgetting how doors work. But sometimes anime says, what if betrayal wasn't just a plot twist? It was the origin story. When your so-called friends stab you in the back, and you're like, cool, Guess will come back as a literal monster and ruin your entire bloodline. These are the stories where revenge isn't just cold. It's overpowered, reincarnated, and sometimes slightly feral. So grab your snacks, crank up that volume, and let's get started. Here are 10 isekai anime where the MC gets betrayed and comes back as a monster. Number 10. My Gift Level 9999 Unlimited. Oh, we're starting strong and bloody. The title alone sounds like a light novel fever dream, but the story is pure betrayal fuel. Light, the main character, gets literally backstabbed by his own allies, his teammates, and thrown into the depths of a dungeon to die. But plot twist, the dungeon doesn't kill him. It enhances his so-called weak gacha skill. Now, instead of summoning low-tier junk, he can summon servants with level 999 power, literal monsters of destruction who obey only him. With his newfound strength, he sets off on a dark journey of revenge to hunt down every single person who betrayed him and make them face the monster they created. It's gritty, satisfying, and full of that "you made me the villain, now live with it" energy. Number 9. Arifureta. From commonplace to world's strongest. Ah yes, the ultimate glow-up. Hajime starts as your typical nice guy class transfer. The kind of guy who probably apologizes to furniture. Then bam, betrayal. One of his classmates knocks him off a bridge in a dungeon and he falls into the abyss. Most people would die. Hajime? He decides to start the world's angriest training montage. He eats monsters, literally mutates, and crafts guns in a fantasy world that doesn't even have plumbing. By the time he climbs out, he's half monster, half Rambo, and fully done with everyone's nonsense. Also, he gets a vampire girlfriend, because apparently revenge comes with relationship benefits. Arifureta is messy, loud, and chaotic in the best way. It's not subtle, but it is the definition of you shouldn't have messed with the quiet kid. Number 8. Deadman Wonderland. Okay, technically not a pure isekai, but come on, it's emotional reincarnation through trauma. Ganta is betrayed by society itself. His entire class is massacred, he's framed for it, and thrown into a death game prison where inmates fight for survival while bleeding for entertainment. Oh, and he develops monster powers that let him weaponize his blood. This one's dark, like maybe hug a plushie after dark. It's brutal, psychological, and packed with symbolism about guilt and vengeance. If you ever wanted to see what happens when betrayal turns into both a curse and a survival mechanism, Deadman Wonderland delivers it in gallons. Number 7. Canaan. You want style with your revenge? Canaan got you. Canaan was betrayed by the people she trusted most. Her mentor, her allies, her own country's lies. Instead of dying, she evolves into something colder, sharper, deadlier. She becomes a mercenary with senses so enhanced that she's practically superhuman. Not physically monstrous, but emotionally, she's a whole new creature. The show blends political thriller vibes with action-heavy set pieces that feel cinematic as hell. It's sleek, smart, and hits those emotional beats of loss and identity like a bullet. Canaan proves that sometimes becoming a monster isn't about mutation. It's about surviving betrayal in a world that feeds on it. Number 6. Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. Imagine this. You get summoned to another world by a goddess. You're like, cool, time to be a hero. But then she looks at your face and goes, ew, nah, and yeets you into the wilderness like a used USB stick. Our boy doesn't just get betrayed, he gets rejected by divinity itself. But guess what? He meets dragons, ogres, and spirits that become his allies, and he grows into a being so powerful that gods start sweating bullets. Tsukimichi is both hilarious and badass. It's self-aware, packed with great world building, and turns the ugly MC trope into one of the best revenge setups ever. Makoto doesn't just come back strong, he becomes a literal force of nature. Talk about a monster glow-up. Number 5, Tokyo Ghoul. You knew this one was coming. Kaneki didn't get isekai'd, but he might as well have. He wakes up in a world of monsters, and he's one of them. Betrayed on a date, literally eaten by his crush, Kaneki transforms into a half-ghoul hybrid who's stuck between humanity and monstrosity. He struggles, he suffers, and he becomes the very thing he feared. And Tokyo Ghoul nails the emotional weight of transformation. It's not power fantasy, it's identity horror. You watch Kaneki slowly lose pieces of himself, and every fight feels like both survival and self-destruction. And when he finally snaps, yeah, that's not the shy bookworm anymore. That's a monster who's done being prey. Number 4, The Rising of the Shield Hero. If Betrayal had a poster boy, it'd be Naofumi. Summoned to save a new world as one of 4 heroes, Naofumi gets falsely accused, framed, and ostracized by everyone. He's mocked, hated, and left with nothing but his shield. But the beauty of Shield Hero is the slow rebuild. He doesn't go full edgelord destroyer. Instead, he claws his way back with grit, patience, and allies who actually care. He builds a family, finds strength through compassion, and still manages to throw hands. It's betrayal turned into redemption, and watching Naofumi rise from rock bottom is painfully satisfying. Plus, that OST hits harder than emotional damage memes. Number 3, Akatsuki no Yona. Yona starts as a pampered princess living a perfect life until her crush murders her father and steals her throne. Talk about betrayal speedrunning trauma. Forced to flee her own kingdom, she doesn't break, she evolves. The timid girl becomes a warrior, leading her own rebellion with a bow in hand and fire in her heart. She might not turn into a literal monster, but she becomes something just as powerful. Unstoppable. And if you love strong female leads like Yona, check out my other video, 10 female-led anime that prove girls run the isekai genre. You'll find more heroines who turn pain into power. Number 2, Berserk. Let's talk about trauma in capital letters. Guts, the protagonist of Berserk, is betrayed by his closest friend, the man he'd literally die for, and left to witness horrors beyond imagination. That betrayal shatters him body and soul. He doesn't become a monster by choice, he's forged into one through rage, grief, and survival. Berserk is brutal, philosophical, and visually haunting. It's the story of a man who's lost everything, but refuses to let go of his humanity even when the world calls him a beast. Every swing of Guts' sword carries the weight of the trail. And honestly, no one does revenge arcs like Berserk. It's the king of revenge-born monsters. And number 1, Code Geass. You already know. Lelouch Lamperouge, the man, the myth, the masked menace. Betrayed by his own royal family, left for dead, and exiled from his empire, Lelouch doesn't just come back, he engineers a revolution. Armed with the Geass, a power that lets him command anyone to obey, he becomes a literal devil to create a better world. And that's what makes it poetic. He becomes the monster so others can live like humans. Code Geass isn't just an anime. It's a moral labyrinth dressed as a mecha show. Every choice, every lie, every sacrifice hits harder when you remember where he started, as a betrayed boy with nothing but brains and bitterness. And the way it all wraps up, let's just say it's one of the most unforgettable endings in anime history. So there you have it. 10 isekai and near isekai anime where betrayal didn't break the MC. It rebuilt them. Some came back as beasts. some as demons, some as legends. All of them said the same thing. You should have left me dead. Which one hit you the hardest? Which MC's revenge arc made you cheer, cry, or maybe question your own trust issues? Drop your pick in the comments. I'll be reading. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button like you're avenging your fallen party. Subscribe for more anime recommendations and ring the bell so Truck-kun doesn't take you out before the next upload. Thanks for watching. And remember, monsters aren't born. They're betrayed first.